Hey everybody, welcome back to the best U.S. Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker. Today's date is September 1st, 2024, and in this video we're going to be talking about toning. That's right, toning on coins. Now, before that, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. That's right, it's a mighty big number. Not sure exactly what that number is, but it's got to be ginormous. Also, guess what? Hey, we're always live and never edited. Can you tell? Now, over here to moneymetals.com, and this is where the live spot prices ended the week. Here we go. Gold at 25.15.30, silver at 29.08, platinum at 943.05, and palladium at 10.10.45. Over here, Dr. Copper sitting at 422. You're looking at in-stock American Silver Eagle right over here, whose premium is 7.59. Now, for a quantity of 1 through 39, you'll be paying $36.67, and they will buy those back for $30.99 each. Now, this is a big deal, right? The beginning of the month, because several things go down. We get more bullion sale action over here to end the month right over here in August. So we should see a, 1.7 million total, if not, just close to that, much like May for the American Silver Eagles. And then obviously we'll get some additional totals here for the gold sales, American Gold Eagles, that's right. But also, in addition to that, we're looking at the circulating coin production numbers to be, updated. And boy, I can't wait for these new numbers for the month of August. It'll be really interesting to see where we stand with those Jefferson nickels and even those Roosevelt dimes. Those aren't very plentiful either this year, as well as the 50-cent pieces, because we know some of those are probably being sent to Central America. Watch a video about it. It's amazing, and you can find that information out. There's a great Facebook page called American Women Quarters and Beyond. Go check that out. Lots of great information about coinage. Now let's keep on keeping on. This is the United States Mint's product schedule for 2024. And since we're in the first month or first day really of September, I thought I'd show you the September schedule. So there's 3 products coming out this September, right? We're looking at the Palladium Proof coin. And then on September 12th, okay, 3 things about this particular coin drop. Number 1, instead of 400,000 of these proof coins coming out, there's 300,000. So that got slashed by 100,000. Incredible foresight and insight by the United States Mint. Way to go on that one. Well done move. Number 2, yeah, that price point is $95 now. Number 3, it will be dropped at the Great American Collectible Show, the inaugural show in Tampa on September 12th. And the U.S. Mint's going to be there, as well as CAC Grading. It's going to be one of those phenomenal shows. It's the first time ever, and it should prove to be one of the most epic shows of the year. And it'll probably make headlines in the coin community, no doubt about it. It's going to be huge. Now, let's get to the topic. I've already yammered for yada yada way too long. Now, this is the Google machine, and I put here types of toning on coins. And that says here, this is the Search Labs AI overview. It says coins can develop different types of toning, including, here we go, crescent toning. This type of toning occurs when a coin is partially covered by another coin that is sitting off-center on top of it. It's common with Morgan dollars, which were often stored in large cloth bags and banks. Now, rainbow toning, this type of toning is often artificial and can be seen on nickel coins, all right? Dull gray toning, this type of toning is common on aluminum coins. Yellow, magenta, cyan, and black toning, this type of toning is common on silver coins, and the colors progress as the toning develops. Yeah, you've seen it, I've seen it. Then a rainbow patina, this type of toning is common on silver coins and can range across the entire color spectrum. I mean, you've seen those on the internet, right? And then we have dark brown toning. This type of toning is common on copper coins, which oxidize over time from a bright red color. And what's interesting about oxidation, well, that's a slow kind of rust, right? And a rapid, well, let's just keep on here. Toning is a chemical process that occurs naturally over time when a coin reacts with substances in its environment. This process is also known as tarnishing. Some of the things that can cause toning include, all right, here we go. Oxygen, sulfur, heat. Heat can accelerate or amplify the toning process. Humidity can accelerate or amplify the toning process. And I talked to a gentleman from Maine who actually only sells toned coins, and he actually came down to Florida specifically to look for toned coins here, because he knew that, well, there'd be more here in Florida than he can find up in Maine. Isn't that something? Yeah, toning can cover the entire coin, just one side or just one area. The color of the toning depends on the composition of the coin and the thickness of the toning. There you go. There's types of toning right there. So let's keep on keeping on. And it's kind of interesting that numismaticnews.net as well as coinnews.net both have articles. This one's dated August 30th, 2024. Toned Morgan dollars among rarities at Heritage September Long Beach U.S. coin auction. And they have some really beautiful toned Morgans there. There you go. There's a really good example of a toned Morgan. Now, me personally, yeah, look at, there's the reverse of that. And look at that one. That one's okay. I think sometimes the toning can actually detract from a coin's value. In this particular instance, I do like the rainbow action. However, I think it brings up the chatter in the cheek on the Morgan, and it just highlights the cheek chatter there. Now, this one, yeah, not so much. That's probably the one you want out of these last two that you can see. It does highlight the cheek chatter there when it is have this kind of magical toning, right? That's incredible. And then obviously, yeah, gold's gold. Nobody messes with gold, right? So that's interesting. I'll leave a link in the description for this particular article. But this one over here at Numismatic News, it asks the question, and I'm asking you the question as well, is toning on a coin desirable, or should it be removed, and why? Now, me personally, if you ask me this, I do not like toned coins that much. And I did it first. I was like, wow, these are really cool. You know, I had a coin folder of Lincoln cents back in the day from when I was a little kid, 7 or 8 years old. And, you know, I had collected Lincoln cents since 7. And I lived in Huntington Beach, California. And, you know, it's moisture, it's more humid there than other parts of arid, semi-arid Southern California. And the coins actually toned. Some of them were like just amazing, like just a purple, you know, like, whoa, just incredible, almost purple and blue. And, you know, and I sent them in to be graded because there was a craze going on with the particular toned coins at the time. You know, this was early during the pandemic. And they came back as altered. And I was like, you sons of guns. You know, these have been sitting in this coin folder for 30, 40 years, you know. And so that was kind of defeating. I was like, wow, that's kind of rough. So I realized that, you know, if I'm going to be dealing with toned coins, do I even have them graded? Do I only have silver ones graded? So there's a lot of factors there you need to consider, because actually, believe it or not, turns out people do artificially tone coins by adding heat or chemicals. You know, it's just one of those things. You know, it's a slow process of oxidation. I think that turns coins into beauties or actually uglies, because there are two types of toning: one that can improve the value or decrease the value. And that's one of the reasons I don't like it. But also, you know, that rapid oxidation that they like to put on coins, it's, well, yeah, it's a bummer in the summer. So here we go. Let's get on with this article. Is toning on a coin desirable? Should I remove it? Why? Okay, from August 2023, Numismatic News e-letter readers poll. The general consensus is that natural toning is beautiful and should be left alone. There you go. That's the answer. I'm going to wrap it up. That's it. No, I'm kidding. We'll read some of the responses here. Look at that. I don't even know. I'm going to close this because it's kind of detracting. All right. It's beautiful. Don't clean it, says Carl. I think toning is fine. Toning usually adds to the attractiveness of a coin. Leave toning alone. Also, wouldn't removing the toning damage the coin during the process, i.e. cleaning? Yeah, that's from Germantown, Ohio. Toning should remain on the coin as it enhances the beauty. You know, and it's interesting. If you have a toned silver coin, and let's say, because I had one, well, whatever. So I had a toned coin, a silver round from back in the 70s. And I just stuck it in my pocket for a couple days. You know, I touched it here and there. And then the toning was removed by my grubby little hands. Well, my chubby fat fingers, actually. Yeah, toning was gonzo. No more toning. So you got to be careful. Do not touch the toning. I'm telling you, that's a lesson learned in time right there. Natural toning is beautiful. Leave the coin alone. True antiquing. I think that was the basic conclusion of the article right there by Mel. Thank you, sir. Now, I consider the toning surface damage. See, I like Richard. Richard's on something here. I consider the toning surface damage and stay away from these coins. If there were a process to restore the surface without getting a third-party grader branding it cleaned or details, I would then consider the coin. Yeah, there you go. Yes, toning is desirable, and whenever I find coins with toning, they give off the ambience of beauty. No, it shouldn't be removed. I think they may even add some extra value to them, and name and address was withheld. You know, and what's interesting about this is that at one point, coins were not that popular. Yeah, so things go in and out of favor. Just like the Libertad, the silver rounds out of Mexico, right? Those, you couldn't give those away pre-pandemic. But during the pandemic, that was like one of the hottest things going, right? Do not remove toning. Thank you very much. Name and address withheld. The desirability of toning is subjective. There you go, as is life, right? There you go. That's a lesson learned in time as well. I appreciate natural toning that enhances eye appeal, but dislike toning that makes the coin look dark or unattractive. There you go. It could go 2 ways, right? Or 3 ways. Maybe just have a good, bad, and just a neutral, right? Artificial toning is the worst kind. Is a type of coin alteration. There you go. Artificial's awful. At a coin show years ago, one dealer's entire inventory was artificially toned coins. Other dealers at the show counseled me not to buy any. While the little group stuck together and they had solidarity, and they said, that guy over there, don't do it. I do not approve of silver dipping, except when a coin is artificially toned or very unattractive due to tarnish. Tarnish can hide flaws in coins, which may look worse after dipping. And that really, folks, that's a word that this coin collecting in numismatics really needs to come to terms with. You know, they say don't clean your coins, but how many dealers out there dip those coins, right? Yeah, you know who you are. Come on now. Everybody knows who you are. No, you with the face. That's who did it, right? The most desirable coins are bright white, really brilliant blast white, right? And have original mint luster. The most attractive coins usually have a rainbow pattern. That's Bruce says that. In handling coins and the storage of said coins, one cannot be careless. If these coins mean so much to you, take care of how you handle them. Sure, toning can occur without your knowledge, but most of the times it's your responsibility to take care of them. Just my opinion. In his humble opinion. Now, I found the most desirable toning on silver coins more than gold and copper. Who knew? Unless the toning is dark and unattractive, or at AT, there you go. Then I'm usually in favor of it. There you go. I would never try to remove the toning unless it's at AT, right? Or very unattractive. I'm missing something here. And Mr. Earps, Mr. Fall, he's one of the, I guess, really one of those persons who really gets back to these guys a lot. First time listener, caller, no, been there, done that, right? It's obvious most collectors like toning as they pay a premium for its attractiveness, right? Rainbow toning looks nice, but all other toning, e.g. dark toning, looks like crud. And I try to avoid coins that have it. In my recent collecting of Franklin halves, I saw a lot of coins with less than desirable toning. Absolutely. Yeah, so toning is basically a two-way street, folks. I personally like toning on coins. To remove it, I would like altering the natural beauty of the coin. I've always believed that it is wrong to clean a coin. Removing the toning would be the same as cleaning it. And isn't that funny? That's one thing I think that we really need to address, is that we all have different definitions. Like this person says, well, removing toning is the same as cleaning it. Equals, right? That equal sign is, yeah, the same. That's interesting. But is it the same? Is it not the same? Or is it down that same road, but a different turn off on a different intersection? I don't know. It should be removed as it could eventually eat into the surface of the coin. See, there you go. Another perspective there. Toning runs the gamut for super attractive to less so, and finally to downright ugly. There you go. I think that's probably the best way to put it so far. Personally, I prefer toning that does not obscure the underlying luster of an uncirculated coin. In the end, however, it's in the eye of the beholder. Absolutely. That's a very wise way to put it, a very mature way to look into it. From observations, it seems darker toned coins are downgraded by the grading services. Yeah, because eye appeal, right? It's a subjective process, and part of the process is eye appeal, right? Without strike or surface marks corresponding to lower grade. I will add that the interpretation of the top grading services pertaining to untoned coins puzzles me. I had a recent experience with a lovely untoned 50-cent coin that had been cracked from the same service as an MS-64 holder and placed in a Whitman album for maybe a year without any toning forming. I resubmitted it upon its acquisition only for it to be declared N92 clean, yet similarly white appearing coins are routinely graded. See, that's what I was talking about. You know, you never know what you're going to get from these grading companies. It's rough. Now, over here, this is advice. It's better to be embarrassed than ashamed. Better to be ridiculed than shamed. And pause the video and read this here. Now let's bump over here. Can you hear the bells? That's For Whom the Bell Tolls, Metallica. Now, with that said, folks, I want to thank you all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, sub the channel. It's free. Have a great Sunday. Stacker up.